Never Let Go. Wow, that was awful. Let me start with the positives. The kids, their performances were really, really good. I thought the kids, for child actors, they actually were pretty amazing in their roles. The horror sequences they were interesting. It's just it wasn't horrifying. Like if there was some build up to the horror, then I think the horror in the film would have been more horrifying. But instead, it was just like, oh, that was really cool how you filmed that. Other than that, I don't think there was anything else really good about this film. I would highly recommend passing on this one. I'll just get into spoilers because if you're here, trust me, you're probably better off just me describing this to you than you wasting 2 hours sitting in the theater. I felt like it was a chore to just get through the movie, and I couldn't wait to leave the theater. They have in the beginning. There's a lot of jump scares. I would say not a lot, but there's a few jump scares in the beginning. It seems like they kind of get it out of the way, but they don't really. In the grand scheme of everything, it's not really all that scary. It's there are scary things in the film, but there's no lead up to these things to be scary. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like they had ideas for horrifying sequences, but they didn't build the horror and suspense in your mind. So Holly Berry's character is very ambiguous what her past is. I'm just going with this version of the story. This is what I gather. She was either like a schizophrenic or she had some kind of mental disorder because she was hallucinating. Well, in my opinion, she was just hallucinating all these things, all these creatures, all these demons, and she made up in her head that this rope attached to this house, I assume it's a house she grew up in, is somehow keeps her safe because she's tied to the house. It's almost like if you're a kid and you make up rules like, don't jump on the floor, it's lava, stay on the couches, and you have to travel through the house or through the living room, just jumping through the couches and the chairs and whatever tables are in the house. It's like when you're a kid, you just make up stupid games like the floor's lava, don't touch it. That's how I felt. That's how this movie felt like. Don't let go of the rope or the evil gets you. And the backstory that's very unclear doesn't really help convince me or the rest of the audience. I think I saw somebody walk out. I think I saw someone walk out of the theater. But it seemed like the audience wasn't really feeling it either. I heard someone at one point kind of snoring in the theater. That also kind of made it a little bit more painful to have to sit through because now you got someone snoring in the theater. But yeah, so basically Holly Berry, if she suffered from child abuse or if she was a schizophrenic, something happened and she was having hallucinations, which makes it hard for her to live a normal life, which then she, in a way, through nurture, I would say, not through nature, more so through nurture, she passes this delusion onto her boys. That's basically the movie. Crazy mother passes on her psychotic delusions to her 2 young boys. And I really don't have anything else to say about this film. It was so hard to sit through because it was just painfully uninteresting. And it really sucks because the trailers, the trailers had me interested in the film. I just, I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to expect from this film, but it wasn't this. Anyways, follow us on Twitter at Ghettoplex_MP4, on Instagram at GhettoplexMP4, and on YouTube at Ghettoplex. See you guys on the next one.